Ah, my goodness, so warm. Welcome back to another boiling edition of the 12 Days of Anime. We're getting so close now. It makes me kind of sad. It kind of does. And for day 7, I decided to talk about a series, one that I never grew up with. It really was popular over back in America, it was. And it's by a certain director of a famous manga. Yes. Yoshihiro Togashi, and he is known for doing the show Yu Yu Hakusho, a shonen. Now, back when I was younger, of course, I've mentioned this before, like I grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z. I love the shonen genre. I think it's crazy. I think it's a bit of fun, and I honestly think sometimes people would just make a huge deal of it because it can be over the top and all the usual tropes and stuff. You know what? I love the usual old stuff. And finally this year I dove into Yu Yu Hakusho, I did, and as of this moment I still need to finish the series actually, but I'm only 20 episodes away from finishing it, so I've seen pretty much 3/4 of it, the main majority of the series. And honestly, when I watched it earlier this year, which I'm gonna finish it while I've got some time off work and stuff, I really enjoyed Yu Yu Hakusho, and I see why people love it so much. And it actually took maybe the first 10 episodes for me to get a feel of the series. I really like the setup of there's this underworld detective, which is Yusuke Urameshi. The one thing that struck me about Yu Yu Hakusho was the characters. They are so solid, they're so likable. Like, I love Hiei, I love Kurama, especially Yokai Kurama, fox, demon form, yes. Then we have the dopey Kuwabara. I love how all these guys sort of come together, and I loved following all of their individual journeys. Obviously, especially Yusuke Urameshi, how he first started out as really, really up his ass kind of attitude, like I know it all, and he doesn't care about life and that. And then by the end of it, he's like this fighting machine. He's so much more confident. And there's no reason for me not to love this little group of characters, especially even all the side characters. Like, we have Yusuke Urameshi's love interest, which is Kyoko. I think she's just adorable. I love Botan. Botan is so hilarious, so funny. And I did watch Yu Yu Hakusho in the English dub because I knew I had to. Oh, I had been recommended to watch it in the English dub, and I loved all the dub was pretty solid. All the voices suited all the characters. I think it took a while for Yu Yu Hakusho to build up its suspense levels. I think I was pretty much gripped after the first few episodes. Like I said, episode 10. Definitely the series surprised me in terms of the fighting and actually the level of gore. There's like some bits that I was like, kids love this at their age. Some of the bits were like, some were gross, some were like, wow, okay, this is like, I can't believe this aired in the 90s. One of my main favorite bits I loved from Yu Yu Hakusho was the tournament bit, and Genkai, Yusuke's teacher. She is so friggin' badass. Like, I just loved it how she just was able to put Yusuke back center in line. And I nearly thought, like, if no one's watched Yu Yu Hakusho, there was a bit where I thought to do Genkai. I thought, no, this cannot happen. But then there was relief, and I'm not gonna say anymore. Like, it really got me badly on that bit. If you know what I'm talking about, if you've seen Yu Yu Hakusho. But I just love how Genkai has been this great influence over Yusuke. She was a fantastic character for this series. Right now, I'm up to the point where the underworld portal is about to open between Earth and obviously in Limbo. I'm gonna have to, retrack my steps when I finally finished Yu Yu Hakusho. I wish that I had grown up with Yu Yu Hakusho way back then. I wish. Has such a interesting world setting, underworld detective, all the powers everybody has. The characters are so solid. It's a really fantastic shonen, and it deserves every bit of acknowledgement it does for its time period, 90s. And I know that this year it was getting a new OVA series, which is pretty cool because this series is over 25 years old. It's part of the 25th anniversary, so that is pretty amazing, that is, to get an OVA now. Like, but hey, we're here in old anime. Look at bloody Fruits Basket. Over 21 years and we're getting a new adaptation with the entire manga series. Do you guys know how happy that makes me as an old decade fan here? Like, I've been watching anime 10 years and I never thought Fruits Basket would get the adaptation it needed. Like, you know, anime is surprising as if you've never watched any shonen in your entire life, even though everyone says watch My Hero Academia. Of course, I love My Hero Academia. I've only watched the first season. I will get around to watching the second and the third. But you know, definitely you should start with Yu Yu Hakusho. I think it's a great starting point, even though it's, you know, full on. Everything turns, you know, very grim within a few seconds. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting shonen, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope maybe one day I'll get to actually read the manga. Would be great as well. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho for the win for old anime this year as a favourite. Seriously, yes. You guys know what to do? Going down in those comments below and tell me what any old anime that you have watched this year that you really enjoyed. Was it a favourite? Yu Yu Hakusho was definitely a favourite for me, and I am mentioning some other oldie anime in this. Definitely in the 12 days of anime. This concludes day 7 of the 12 days of anime. And now I'm gonna give you a clue for day 8. What am I gonna be talking about for day 8? Let me see. Oh, well, as you know, I love the mecha genre, and that's all I'm going to give you a clue on. So I could go any direction with regarding mecha, but yeah, that was definitely a favorite this year. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Lito will see you all tomorrow, and yeah, keep enjoying the 12 days of anime. Check out everybody else. The spreadsheet is down below for you guys to go check out all the anime bloggers and the YouTubers that are participating. I realize I have not mentioned that in any of my following videos since day 1. Oops! Bye!